What's up, everybody? It's K for K here. Another crypto news update. So this is kind of funny. It's like a slap in the face to the U.S. government by the rebels that we are, thinking we can have privacy in our transactions. How dare we? So what's happening is some people who had blacklisted Ethereum from Tornado Cash or had stuff in Tornado Cash, they're sending the Ethereum to lots of high importance names in the crypto community. Like we've got Beeple, the guy who sold like a $60 million NFT package or something crazy like that. Shaq, everybody knows Shaquille O'Neal. Randy Zuckerberg, Ben Horowitz, Brian Armstrong. The list goes on, and they're just sending little bits of this blacklisted Ethereum that's sanctioned by the U.S. government. They're sending it to all these addresses, and we're going to see, what happens with that going forward. Because it's already ridiculous enough that just because a country may use a tool for bad, they ban it for everyone else in the world. It's like banning vehicles because criminals use vehicles. Banning toothbrushes because criminals use toothbrushes. It's like, you can't just ban everything. Just hire more people to investigate, to actually get the criminals, the ones who are doing the criminal activity, and let everybody else have their freedoms. So money laundering remains the most effective through USD mixing service HSBC, which is basically a joke because all of these banks have been caught with money laundering scandals in the past. If you look down here, and there's their penalty so far, grand totals, and all their different actions of how they've been caught laundering money, and yet they're still running. Funny that is. They get caught smuggling billions and billions or trillions of dollars, and I looked up HSBC and they have like trillions under management, like 10 trillion in custody, 5 trillion in administration, and then they also are worth about like 4 or 5 trillion in assets. So they're moving tons and tons and tons of money around, yet they're free to do so. And they basically get a slap on the wrist anytime they get caught, laundering money at the billion level scale. So it's kind of a joke that they ban this one thing that people try to use to keep their business transactions or paying their employees in crypto, actually private. This is the whole list of everything that was like banned. Like the contracts are all banned, the GitHubs are down, the contributors, Fura, RPC, you get the idea. Curve Finance had I don't think it's still ongoing, but I would avoid it until you verify yourself. Curve.finance is like a big stable coin. Kind of you trade stable coin versus stable coin, and there's very, very low slippage, very high liquidity, so that you get the best outcome on your trade for stablecoin to stablecoin. And basically they had a DNS failure, which was insecure, and basically made it so special contracts showed up on the screen, and if you approved it, emptied your wallet. So avoid Curve Finance for now, and any site can have this problem basically. So be very careful what you approve and what you sign in transaction land. Obviously, if it's just a DNS vulnerability can have this problem where people are approving transactions and it can pop up something on your screen. This can happen to any website that you maybe go to do like a trade or anything like that. If those get this same exploit, you could lose your money if you're not reading those properly, those approved transaction things. So be very careful out there. Musk just sold $6.9 billion of Tesla shares. I believe that's the max he sold. I don't know if he's making a joke, 69. But nice. Yeah. Huge sells by Elon Musk. Now this is Richard's take, which I think is a brilliant take on the whole privacy debacle. So I'll read it for you. Imagine you were supposed to stop a crime that harms people. Now imagine that your solution to stopping the criminals is to massively harm in excess of the criminals, those you are supposed to protect. This is what many governments do. Measurably, their cure is worse than the crime. The suite is primarily directed at regulations and reporting that encumber the honest man while barely affecting at all the criminals. I agree wholeheartedly. You may have heard of the Reduce Inflation Act, where they printed $750 billion. I don't know if they printed all that, but it was $750 billion bill. Don't know where they got the money from, but they do have a printer in the back where they just decide how much money they want to make, and they put it into circulation, reducing the value of all of our dollars that we're forced to use. How crazy is that? So they're using that to hire 87,000 new IRS agents. And what do you think they're going to use that arm of the government for? To take more money from you. They're going to investigate, slow you down, interrogate you. Like what? Who wants more IRS agents? I don't think that's how we fix our issues here. Kathy Wood of Blackrock says that their entry to Bitcoin could bring a 1 trillion increase in demand. And, since there's not, trillions on the order books, this could severely increase the possible, Bitcoin market cap by more than $1 trillion, because all the liquidity isn't always in the order books. So it's way less than what's actually out there in people's hands. Like all of the houses in the housing market aren't always for sale. So there's actually less liquidity than all of the houses in the world, because not everything's for sale. So you can think of it that way. Apparently, Coinbase, they post $1 billion net loss in Q2. Are you trolling Coinbase? How are they spending money so improperly? I heard they have like 5,000 employees. It's like, what the heck? It might be clever accounting, I've heard, to make it look like they're having a loss, but they're actually generating profits. They just invest it kind of like what Amazon does. That's everything for today. Here's your news update for crypto. See you guys in the next one. Peace.